Good morning. Good morning, listeners. You are tuned in with In Her Words Radio. I am your host, Selena Combs. And today we are going to talk about planting a seed. I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with the term or this saying, you reap what you sow. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about planting a seed. What are you sowing, and what are your reaping expectations? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that today. I want you guys to understand that when you plant a seed, we don't mean from a literal standpoint to say, but you do have a thorough understanding that if I go into my garden and I plant uh, seeds to grow roses, well, you can bet your bottom dollar that by the spring I'm gonna have roses. So I just want you guys to have an understanding of that terminology, and also the role that you play in what you're sowing. When I say where you're sowing, planting the seed, again, I don't mean it literally, so to say, but even metaphorically. You have to understand that what you feed yourself, what you nourish, what you put energy into, then that's what you're going to reap. If you wake up every day and you have a mindset that, oh, today is just another day, and I'm not doing this and I can't do that. Well, guess what you're sowing? You're sowing a seed of nothing. So as long as you continue to implant that in your thought process and embed that into your thought process, well, what you're doing is you're allowing that negative seed, sort of say, or energy to grow. You're allowing it to manifest. So you have to understand that what you speak into your life, what you invite into your life, whatever you're doing, you have to understand that you're planting a seed, and it's going to grow into something, regardless of if it's a beautiful plant or if it's a sticky cactus. It's going to bloom into something. It's going to grow into something. So what are you planting? Are you waking up? Are you starting your day with, I am great. Today is going to be a great day. Are you planting a seed of greatness? Or are you starting your day with, again, the complaints, the negativity? Oh, I'm not this. I don't have this. I don't have that. I can't do that. What are you planting? What are you growing? So that's, I was talking to someone about this, and it just really made me think about it, and just to kind of, dwell on it a little bit more, but just really understanding that, like, what we speak into ourselves, we speak into our life, we speak it into existence. That's a seed. You're planting it. If I go to school and I have a degree to be a journalist, and I go to school and I get a degree in mass communications, or I get a degree in broadcasting, or a degree in journalism, I'm planting a seed. And what do I expect to grow from that seed? I expect to grow a beautiful journalist. So you have to understand that what you invite into your life, what you speak into your life, that is what will manifest in your life. So you have to be careful and understanding of what you're planting. What seeds are you planting in your life? And that's something that you need to definitely stop and understand. What is it that you're trying to grow? What is it that you're trying to do? What is it that you're trying to go? And understanding that that's what you need to embed your garden with, and not just, of course, the garden in your yard, young listeners, but the garden in your thoughts, the garden in your actions, the garden in your beliefs, the garden in your success. You have to plant those seeds, and you have to align them with what you're trying to do. And you have to understand that if you want to grow this beautiful flower, then you have to plant that seed, and you have to nourish it. You have to tend to it. You have to make sure that it's getting what it needs. You have to water that seed. You have to allow it to grow. So again, Planting a seed. What are you planting? What are you reaping? You hear, you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow. And people think, they'll take that term and they'll think like, oh, you did this to me, you're gonna reap what you sow. Well, guess what? You're gonna reap what you sow in any level of your life. Whether it's from a negative standpoint, whether it's from a positive standpoint. So understand that when you sow, you're going to reap what you sow. And it's not always meant in a negative term. It's in any form of your life. What you put energy into and what you tend to water and nourish, then that's what's going to grow. If I tell myself, oh, Selena, you are doing great. Your podcast is doing great. Girl, you got this. You're going to have plenty of listeners. And by next year, your podcast will have so many listeners. And, if I tell myself this, then guess what? My motivation is going to be to get up every morning. And at 9 o'clock, I'll be coming through your speakers because I'm planting a seed. I'm planting a seed with expectations. I'm planting a seed and hoping to reap the benefits of having a worldwide podcast. I want to have it so that everyone is tuned in, not just my friends, not my friends' friends, but so I'm planting this seed and I'm watering it and I'm nourishing. I research information to talk to you guys about. I research topics. I talk to other people. I get advice. I ask questions. I do as much digging as I possibly can because, like I said, I'm planting a seed and I want my flower to grow. I don't know about you. I want my flower to grow and I want it to grow expeditiously. So I'm going to nourish that thing. I'm going to break out the fertilizer. I'm going to keep the weeds away and I'm going to sit back and watch this seed bloom into something beautiful. So to each and every one of you, keep that in mind. Keep in mind the thoughts that you're feeding yourself. What are you sowing? What are you telling yourself? What are you doing for yourself? What are you planting? And understanding that regardless of if it's negative, if it's positive, you are the gardener. You have the ability to grow the beautiful bed of roses, or you can grow all the sticky cactuses. So what are you planting? What are you telling yourself? What are you doing? How are you making what you want to be doing manifest? Plant that seed and let it grow. This is your host, Selena Combs. Until next time, listeners, I thank you guys for tuning in. This is a very interactive podcast. Please feel free to share your thoughts. If you disagree with me in any form or fashion, I wholeheartedly invite that as well. This is definitely an open discussion. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Again, please make sure you like, share, definitely follow the podcast. This is going to be a movement. You do not want to miss this. I'm not planting a seed. I'm planting a garden. And I want you guys to sit back and watch it grow. And I want you to do the same and allow that to manifest into your life. So until next time, thank you for signing in. This is Selena Combs signing off with In Her Words Radio. Have a blessed day.